Hello, my friends, and welcome to this 2013 New Year special, which is pretty much here to make up for the fact that there wasn't a Christmas special. Now, I did kind of have a massively grandiose thing that I wanted to do for my 12 Days of Christmas, but like I say, work got in the way and life and stuff. You may be wondering where I've been for the last 8 days, I think. Well, family, Christmas, and breeding a new team. And it's got a new sort of minion of Terry. You see, Terry was very disappointed at Mr. Bean, which is why we killed him. We burnt him to a crisp, and he got what he deserved, really. He was dog shit. He should be ashamed of himself because he's a wanker. Okay? So, yeah, I hope you're ready to meet the new minion of Terry. You've met Dave, you've met Marowak, you've met Gyarados, you've met Licky Licky, and we've all met the disappointment that is Mr. Bean. But now, it is time to meet Steve. Yeah, Steve the Noomal. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Goggle Flop, what can a Noomal do? Well, you see, my friends, 6th generation meant that Noomal got a very special new move called Growth. And, it's a very handy thing. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it. You know, in Sun, it gives you +2 attack and +2 special attack. And I'm fairly certain that Steve over there is the only Pokemon, or the only fire type, rather, that learns Growth. Now, you may be thinking, well, who gives a shit, really? Why don't you just go take a Venusaur, dump it in Sun, put Growth on it, and it's going to be quicker, and it's going to do better, and it's got more bulk? You know what? You might be right. But there is another ability that Steve has in his arsenal, and that ability is simple. So, instead of getting +2 attack and +2 special attack, you come out of using Growth in Sun with +4/+4. Now, I don't give a shit about no stupid Venusaur. That makes Steve a beast. That makes Steve a fucking monster of death. And it's something that just looks so enticing to Terry that he needed to see Steve. He needed to try him out, and he needed to know whether he was truly ready to be in his roster of minions alongside the greats like Gyarados and Licky Licky and of course Dave and Marowak. So you may be thinking, okay, well that's grand, but how the hell do you get Noomal in Sun to, +4/+4 without it just dying? Because poor little Stevie is not bulky. He never pretended to be. Even when Terry used a stockpile set with Noomal a long time ago, it didn't work. Like, you could get to +6/+6 and you'd still get killed by a water move. Well, you see, a good friend and a good subscriber, Robotnik is Sexy, showed me the way that is VGCs. Now, from a technical standpoint, Steve and another Pokemon don't quite fit the VGC ruling, but the format itself works. It's 4v4 in doubles, and I'm gonna explain my thought process to make Steve just ruin shit. So first off, you lead out with a Xatu and a Musharna. Now, Xatu's job, being the awesome pimp that it is to set up Sunny Day and to kind of block taunt and stuff, because that's smelly and annoying. So the first turn you set up Sunny Day, so that's the Sun dealt with, and with a Heat Rock that's going to last 8 turns, so Sun just doesn't factor in anymore. But it does have to live, and if they gang up on it, that presents a problem. But, whatever. Second turn, Musharna is going to use Trick Room as Xatu U-turns out. Now, what that means is, as Xatu U-turns out or goes Solar Beam, either or, it does have Solar Beam, because those pesky water types, like in case of Gastrodon's there, just cream it. So yeah, once Xatu either U-turns out or dies, you go into Steve. Now, because Xatu, well, my Xatu at least, is very slow, it's going to go after a lot of stuff. So it's either going to die or it's going to U-turn out, but it will have taken a hit, which means that Steve gets to come in Focus Sash intact. Now, because of that, Steve has got a chance. And with Trick Room up, he's got 4 turns. Now, the other main thing is you're thinking, okay, well, what happens if 2 guys gang up on Steve? Well, there's a ploy to that, and it is a most brilliant ploy. I was relying on the fact that Steve is so cute and adorable and completely non-threatening that no one would attack it. And if they did, they wouldn't gang up on it. I was using Steve's awesomely cute looks against the opponent. It sounds like a devilish plan. And there's also a cipher there for when he does get +4/+4 and the opponent is like, oh shit, what the fuck? With Quick Guard to block priority. And basically what that means, once you've got your +4/+4, you've got a cipher there with Quick Guard and Quick Attack to get a bit of damage on stuff or to block priority. And you've got Steve with 3 turns of Trick Room to just ruin everything it sees and make you just become a monster of death. So, let's see how that played out, shall we? Will Steve be Terry's new minion? Let's just see how well he does. So we begin, and I have to say, I was looking forward to this so much. Do you want to know how much I was looking forward to this? I legit set my alarm early, just so I could get up and battle this man. Robotnik is got to be probably one of my favourite PokeTubers, just because I like his narration style, and he is very friendly and very kind and very helpful. And like I say, I managed to wake up and catch him. And he gave me this VGC match, and I was so looking forward to Steve just pummeling his Trick Room team. Now, he was at a disadvantage because I knew what his team was. I've watched quite a lot of his battles, so I was fairly clued in on his VGC team and his actual singles team in general. But we're going to start off with VGC here. And he's got a pretty threatening team that, you know, conquered up the Mawile, the Aromatisse, so I swear to God, like, if any of you play Persona 4, who's that lady who runs the grocery shop and at night turns it into, like, a club in the town? The hostess lady? That is so Aromatisse! Tell me I'm wrong! Anyway, Xatu and Musharna, as stated, and I'm just going to engage the plan. I have to engage the plan. It is the plan. And he's going to Mega Evolve with Mawile straight away. Now, my Xatu is max HP, max defense, as is my Musharna, because I figured Musharna's probably got the best, really good special bulks, should be fine. But Xatu is running a sassy nature, so it can kind of tank hits both sides. But he's going to go for Reflect straight out, so that means that Heat Wave is gone. Heat Wave is just not, Earthquake is gone. Earthquake is just not happening, because Aromatisse is just going to tank that shit up. It might kill them all, but probably not. Anyway, I'm going to try going for a U-turn, just engaging the plan, He's going to go for a Moonblast, hit the Musharna, and I'm going to go straight for a Trick Room. Now, in comes Steve. It's ready. Sun's up. Trick Room's up. My Musharna is now going to Baton Pass into Scyther. All I need him to do is look at Numel and look at Steve's sweet little innocent dopey face. Look at it and adore it. And just attack it with something that isn't both of them. And, I'm sorry to spoil it, but he attacks with both of his Pokemon. And I was so disappointed. The other thing is his Aromatisse was slower than Numel. That effectively means that it was done. It was instantly over. Aromatisse was going to outspeed the lot. He was going to outspeed Numel. There was no feasible way of doing that. So I fucking lose Steve, and I'm just like, what? One, fine, okay, Aromatisse was slower, it is a fat bitch, so fair enough. 2, you ganged up on Numel? You looked at it, you ganged up on Steve? Now, this might have been sort of down to the fact that he actually helped me out with the Musharna, so I traded him one of my really good Numels. But I didn't tell him what egg moves it had, and I was hoping he wouldn't notice, and I don't know, maybe he did, and maybe that was my own downfall, but I was kind of hoping I could get away with that one. But yeah, so I have no hope now. Cypher would have to do it all on its own. Cypher ain't doing it all on his own. There's no feasible way that's happening. He's even got heal balls as aromatisse. It's no. So I'm going to lose, and I was kind of cross, saying it was an acceptable risk. You know, if they gang up on Steve, then he just can't do anything. It's not his fault. He tried. But, I was sort of like, well, I can't just upload this as a special. It'd be the shittiest special ever. So we do actually go have a singles battle. Because, again, I ain't battled him in 6th Gen, so I really wanted to get a couple battles done and just be like, yeah, fuck, this is awesome. So let's go see how that turned out. Alright, so yeah, this battle. This battle, I was using the team, because it's the only team I've got, really. I really need to get on that stuff. I do plan on making some new guys. Yeah, you need out an Arcanine. I need out with me Rotom Heat because I need me some Oven. And he goes Crunch, immediately gets a defense drop. Now that does mean I have to switch out, and I go into Ferrothorn, hoping that I can get some Iron Barbs on him and he'll take a bit more Life Orb. However, he's a Morning Sun one, which is really, really cool. But I figured Rotom would be able to tank the Flare Blitz, because I think it's probably the same power as Crunch. After Stab and stuff. It didn't, did it? No. It actually took more from the Flare Blitz than it did from the Crunch. Anyway, I'm going to Gyarados to intimidate it and be like, no, go away. I was also very worried it would have Wild Charge and kill me. But I'm going to go into Pharaoh, and here is just, like, I played so fucking awfully this match. Like, I was disgraced. I was physically ashamed after this. I mean, first there, I go Stealth Rocks. I saw the Xatu. My eyes were working. I saw the Xatu, but it just didn't click. I was like, oh, Ferrothorn's well, but we were both set up Stealth Rocks, fine. Then I go into Tentacruels. He's going to go U-turn, most obvious play in the world. And now here's Diggersby. Like, oh, fantastic. So now I have to switch out. Instead of going to Ferrothorn, I go into fucking Gyarados. God knows why. Gyarados was so predictable, it was unreal, but I did it anyway. Boo. So this is just getting better, and he's a Scarf Diggersby, so he's going to outspeed my Gyarados. Yeah! But yeah, I just played disgracefully badly. I don't know if it was just because I'd woken up, but it was... I'm not going to make any excuses. I was literally just shit. The Rotom thing was kind of out of my hands, and this move was deliberate, because I needed to get some momentum going. So I figured if he wants to go Morning Sun, then fine, grand. But if he wants to go Flare Blitz, he's going to take a shit ton of extra damage. And he goes down to the range I wanted him to, where I can go into Haxorus, he's going to have to go for a last-ditch move, or he can try Morning Sunning, in which case I get a DD and I hit him. So that works out for me, I get my DD, but Reflect is up. I don't know what I was doing. It made no sense to me. I was like, I need a bit of a momentum, but Reflect. And he goes into Mega Blastoise, and what is Dragon Claw going to do with a Reflect up? Fuck all! And I was just like, shit! I lose my Haxorus. And I was just like, wow, I was just disgraced with how awfully I played. Like, I never maintain I'm a good battler, but this was just disgusting. Okay? I was just... how the fuck do I make that play twice? How do I go Toxic after Stealth Rocks was bounced back? How does my brain think, yeah, that sounds like a great idea? Like, I was just, like, after that Toxic, I was like, no, this is just shit. And I was really disappointed in myself as well, because, you know, like I say, I got up early to try and battle him, and, you know, I've been wanting to battle him on 6th Gen for a while. I was actually waiting for this special to battle him, because I wanted a VGC battle first, and I just wasted it. It was such an awful, horrible battle. And, you know, he apologised and was like, it wasn't your fault, it was mine. But I couldn't upload this in the VGC battle as a special. Again, it would be even more disappointing with this. So it's like, I need to find another guy to battle. I need to right this wrong. So let's go see how well that goes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. So, you know, 6 in the morning in Murkaland, Darky, good old Darkness, who I did have my first battle against, but fucking Windows Movie Maker, he was, you know, kind enough to battle me after I was like, please, just give me a battle, I need something for the special, please! And he was kind enough to go dig out some guys and make a VGC team of it. So, thank fucking God for him, he saved my bacon. He just picked a group of guys that he's got lying around and put some different items on them. And yeah, and as you can see, my camera is relishing the festivities. It's like, oh, well, let's go look over here and over here. Not at the screen, just anywhere else. So I believe I have to hold it at some point. But yeah, so he's going to lead out with his friggin' Pangoro and Heli. I can never fucking remember his name. But still, I'm going to engage the plan, lead out with Xatu Musharna. His heli Watchamathunk decides to go Volt Switch. He was very baffled as to why he made that decision. If he'd gone Thunderbolt, I think that would have killed. I think just by a smidge it would have done, just because of the extra base power. So, yeah, thank God he didn't. But he's going to go out into his Clawitzer. And, yeah, Xatu's pretty much done. I figured, sod it, he's probably going to kill the Xatu off, so I'm just going to go straight for a Solar Beam. He's going to crunch my Musharna as I go for a Trick Room, and I get my Citrus Berry, and then, yeah, freaking Solar Beam Xatu. Such a beastly thing. It's awesome. But he's going to Dark Pulse, kill off my Xatu, and that's grand. I've got Trick Room up. Musharna still has a bit of health to Baton Pass out, and I can bring it back into Helping Hand or something. And now we're going to try Steve again. Now, look at his cute little face. He's such a dopey little Numel. He's so cute. Isn't Stevie so cute? Yes, he is. He's very cute indeed. So I'm going to Baton Pass out, go into Cypher. Steve's going to go for a Growth, and guess what fucking happens? Dark Pulse, I get my Focus Sash, and then Crunch. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? 2 Dark moves, and you didn't attack Musharna? Are you taking the piss? You attack the least threatening thing on the field twice. It was a smart move, it saved his butt, but I was still pissed. And I lose. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? I just gave up. I was like, there's no way. This strat just doesn't work. Freaking Steve just needs so much luck just to get to that point. And he was like, okay, well, why don't we try seeing what happens if we leave Steve alone? If I attack it once, bring it down to a Sash, and I use Pangoro, and I attack the Musharna or the Cypher, and I was like, okay, let's do a strength test. Let's just see what Steve is like when he has the opportunity, when he is set up and ready to go. I hope you're all excited, because, oh man, Steve was, he treated it like field day of the fucking year. So here we bloody well go. Okay, so it's the final battle. The time when Steve can truly prove his worth and prove that he is more than just an awesomely cute little camel. The time that he can show Terry that he's ready to serve his holy awesomeness. And that he is ready to serve beside Gyarados. Can he do it? Well, I fucking well hope so. It took me like 3 days to breed the cocking team. Like, legit, the last couple of days, I've just been on autopilot, just breeding and training them. And yeah, I literally got them done yesterday, on the 30th, which is just like, thank God. I also got a bit of help from people with items and stuff. Anyway, we're going to try all this wank again. He's going to go for the same thing. I was so predicting a crit just because that would happen. Really. But, surprisingly, no. The same move is going to play out. He's going to go for a Volt Switch. Xatu lives it, and I think the same HP, which is a bit bizarre, but there you go. He's going to go straight back into his Clawitzer, and I'm going to go for my Sunny Day. His Pangoro is still doing the same old shtick. We pretty much just agreed, same moves, just the Pangoro is going to try and hit the Musharna instead of Steve. So, yeah, pretty much. And then we get to see Epic Xatu Solar Beam again. It's so sick, I just like that. It's really cool. I don't know why I put Solar Beam on it. I was like, well, it's got Sunny Day. It makes sense, I guess. So there's the Trick Room. And now, here we go. Steve is going to come in. He's going to get the Growth. And we are going to truly see Steve's epic might and awesome power. And it will be awesome. I Baton Pass out into Cypher. Here, I could have gone Quick Attack on the Pangoro, but I go Quick Guard because I want Steve to do it on his own. I want to see how well he does here. Okay, that is crucial for me. So here we go. Steve is going to go for a +4 Earthquake. I was going for a Brave Nature. I only got Quiet. But still, +4. And Pangoro fucking lives. And I had to pick my jaw up off the floor. I know poor Stevie over there doesn't have much base attack to begin with, but +4. And he calced it. His Pangoro should have, well, I think it was like a 5% chance for Numel to kill. And I was like, fortunately here, a complete coincidence. I actually want to put Protect on Steve, but I have Rock Slide instead. So I go Rock Slide, and I quick attack that, and if it misses, and I'm like, no, Steve, no! Why, Steve? So there we go. Steve failed. Perhaps he could have done it. In fact, if it had hit, I reckon it would have done. But that's the way the cookie crumbles for poor little Stevie. And now it's just Musharna, and I go for the helping hand of surrender. Just to say, I'm boned, and he goes with a Thunderbolt, and then just Dracos, so I'm just disappointed. I did try, and like I say, I didn't really do any testing on Showdown. I just went straight in, bred the team, and tried my best, but there's a break in the chain somewhere, and I need to work it through, but we'll see how we go on that, shall we? Well, there you go. Yeah. I suppose this is the end of the special. Well, it wasn't a great one, was it, as specials go? I really did quite like my 2012 one, but I don't know. I suppose that one of the good things about this one was I at least try to get back to my roots a bit. Just trying weird shit. Like, fucking Growth Trick Room Numel. What the fuck? You know, sort of Solar Beam, Xatu, that kind of thing. So I suppose it was nice in that respect, but it was a bit disappointing that it didn't work. Although I still think this Numel, the little Stevie here, has the scope to work, but it's going to take a bit of fettling. I suppose my next plan is I'm going to probably try and fit a Togekiss in there somewhere, because it's the Boggo strategy of Boggo boring people. It's the follow me shtick. I think that's just what Stevie needs. I mean, he just needs that extra stuff, and let's not forget, Togekiss does get Hostile Extreme Speed, so good amount of power there to get a little bit of extra damage if little Stevie needs it. But it just needs the follow me support. It needs that backup. I'm going to end this by saying a few things. One, if any of you think, oh yeah, cool, second got VGC team, I'm going to ask him for a battle, I will have to decline. Now, it's not that I don't want to battle you. Believe me, I'd love to battle all of you. In fact, probably after maybe the 6th or 7th, I'll probably put out a video saying, if you want to battle me, then we can do battles and stuff. But not this team specifically, because now that I've told you now that I've told all of you the entire game plan for this team, what are you going to do? I'm going to set up, I might be able to set up Sunny Day if you don't attack Xatu, I might be able to get Trick Room up if you don't gangbang Musharna. But even then, I'm going to get into Steve, and you can just club him to death. This entire team is pretty much beaten by ganging up on each poke. That's where the problem area lies, and now that I've told you that, it's kind of, yeah. So, that's pretty much done. So I will be trying, like I say, I'm going to try and fettle the team. I'm going to try and find some opponents who, you know, maybe do play VGC but are a bit loose, so they won't mind the Numel and the Xatu, because those two are, they're not in the Kalos Pokedex. It's just like, you can catch them in Kalos, you fucking retards, just let me use them. I would so take this team to VGCs. I'd be like, fuck yeah. It'd be a one-trick pony, but I'd get to the next round, maybe. Maybe. So yeah, that's about it. So I won't be accepting any challenges with this team, because you've all seen it now, it's done. But maybe it will inspire you to try your own Growth Numel against your friends. and it'll be dandy, and it'll be fun time. So yeah, just give it a go. It's a good laugh if you can set it up right, and if you can get it shifting, then it's pretty cool. Just like this +4/+4 cute little camel is just like, oh, I'm a monster now. Oh dear. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to, because I haven't really uploaded a lot before this. I'm probably not be able to upload a bit after this because I'm going to stay with my sister rather. And yes, I'll probably be back like 6th or 7th, I guess, and even then I've got to go find more battles. But things I'm planning on doing a Mega Evolution analysis on my actual cart instead of Showdown, so that'd be cool, you know, if I can breed the Pokemon I want to use and get that going. Although I think I said I was going to use Absol. I might have changed my mind on that if I said Absol was next, so sorry about that. Unless I've already done an episode with Absol, in which case I will finish that off before moving on. But yeah, pretty much. I'd like to say a couple of things. This year has actually been quite a big one for me. Sort of trying to get back into life, if you will. Because a couple of years ago I did actually suffer from depression. And, you know, I'd sort of just let my life crumble a bit. So, this year's been quite a big one, getting back into my life. It's one of the reasons why I was quite sort of excited and massively scared about getting a temp job. But, you know, it was quite an important one for me. And next year is probably going to be even bigger. I mean, I'm learning how to drive. I'm going to try and get a steady, proper job. I'm going to be moving out. So, it's going to be a big one. But, I don't know. I'm glad to have, you know, shared this sort of roller coaster ride of my life, and you know, a lot of fun Pokemon battles with all of you guys, and I love all your comments, and you're all very supportive and lovely souls. So I hope you all have an amazing new year. I hope, you know, next year is kinder to you, or you know, you get some prosperity, or you get laid, whatever matters to you in life. I hope it happens, and I hope you have a very, very wonderful and brilliant new year. So, thanks for all your support, thanks for all of your comments and everything you guys do. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.